First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, SHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Yahawah being the name of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWAHSHI being the name of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah. Second, I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And Shalom, YAHAWAH, Yasha, to you, like the that's pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. So basically, I have this article right here. I'm just gonna read it, and then it's pretty much self-explanatory because they're about to start making moves, on the men of the Lord, and it's getting real heavy out here. You gotta pick a side, man. You gonna eat a missile, take that chip, or you gonna stay in this truth, and push the truth and do what you gotta do until we get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna read on it. It says terrorist plan is to make us all hate each other and be willing to kill each other. So yeah, you see, it says terrorist plan is to make us all hate each other and be willing to kill each other. So basically, they're gonna start saying that we're out there pushing this truth, and our goal is to make everybody hate each other, through like basically our speech and shit like that. And I'm gonna read down because it's pretty much self-explanatory. It says the communities around the world have to make sure radicalized people don't speak for them, and that non-radical people have the stronger voice. Chris Phillips, the former head of UK National Counter-Terrorism Security Office, told RT. So basically, it says communities around the world have to make sure that radicalized people don't speak for them, and that non-radical people have the stronger voice. Which is probably a typo because they meant to say don't have the stronger voice, but hey, that's just the spirit. Anyway, Chris Phillips, the former head of UK National Counter-Terrorism Security Office, told RT. Read it down. It says the head of UK's Domestic Intelligence Service, Andrew Parker, has warned that the threat of terrorism is at an unprecedented level. That threat is multi-dimensional. Yeah, that's true. It's literally multi-dimensional. It's working, and then they said that like I don't know if they did that intentionally or deliberately. See what I'm saying? But it really is multi-dimensional because the Lord, the Most High YAHAWAHSHI, is sending us basically the info from the spiritual realm, and whatever where they're working at, you know what I'm saying? It's first manifested there, and then we bring those words to light. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is multidimensional, and it says evolving rapidly and operating at a scale and pace we have not seen before. So yeah, it's the spirit. Yeah, it's evolving rapidly, and it's operating at a scale and a pace that they haven't seen before. Why? Because it's a time of prophecy. You know what I'm saying? It was prophecy that these men, would wake up in the land of their captivities. Like Ezekiel 37:16. Get those two sticks. Go out on the highways and the hedges, the byways, the loud city, the chief places of concourse, you know what I'm saying? And do what they gotta do, and prophesy, cry aloud, spare not, until this fucking place falls, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is multi-dimensional, and it is growing at a pace they haven't seen before because it's spreading out throughout the four corners of the earth. Because the Most High said when it's in the four corners of the earth, then basically when everybody's been sealed, then he's gonna start bringing out havoc. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. That's why I said it's multi-dimensional and it's spreading at a pace we have not seen before. See, said the Director General of M15 said during a public speech to the journalists in London of October 17th, "It's at the highest tempo I have seen in my 34-year career. Today there is more terrorist activity coming at us more quickly, and it can be harder to detect," he added. So yeah, they're gonna start rolling in on us and demonize us, saying that those that speak hate and cause division and cause people to dislike each other are terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Which could be anybody, but really you're obviously pointing and shooting towards the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And he's right. Yeah, it's at a higher level than what you'll ever see. Because that's the Most High about to destroy this place. That's why it's at a highest level, and they know that. Okay, it says RT discusses with Chris Phillips the current security situation in the UK. The M15 or MI5, I don't give a fuck. Chief almost sounded resigned to the fact that terrorism is going to be here the foreseeable future. Is he right? Let's keep going down. I think that is quite right, and I think we are talking of a generational struggle. I remember 15 years ago talking about the same thing, that this was a long-term problem. And 15 years down, yeah, exactly, because the higher ups and the elites and shit like that, they give these commands to these lower downs, and they know that what we're doing is not gonna go away. You see what I'm saying? And that it's just gonna keep waxing worse and worse for them, and better for us, until this place goes the fuck down. You see what I'm saying? It says, and 15 years down the road, a generation down the road, the situation is even worse. Yeah, because we're waking up. See what I'm saying? Our apostles been doing this for 30 plus years, and then their apostles, been doing it even longer. You see what I'm saying? So it says that has been brought on by many reasons. The rise in hate crime is all a spiral that is actually the plan of terrorists. See what I'm saying? To make here's what he said. Here's the kicker right here. It says that is actually the plan of terrorists, to make us all hate each other and then be willing to kill each other. So that's basically, I mean, come on, man. We're out there talking about division, and how like we're supposed to be one, not fucking around with these like heathens and shit like that. And then we also talk about how the Lord's gonna just come and destroy this. Not us physically. We don't raise hands to anybody. See what I'm saying? We say that the Lord is gonna bring all this to pass, and that He's gonna be the one to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures clearly tell us not to avenge ourselves, and we know that. The Roman and the Lord know that, but they have all these planet groups out there that they have set up to make us look like we're terrorists. You know what I'm saying? But it says that the plan of the terrorists is to make us all hate each other and then be willing to kill each other. So yeah, he's coming at us because we're out there speaking. So anybody speaking about division, you see what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden division is a problem for Esau, when he's been trying to push that division between, so-called, Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, and white people for like the longest. You know what I'm saying? Even Gooks, man. No Asians allowed. No Japs allowed. No Mexicans allowed. No niggas allowed. But now all of a sudden that division is a problem. Yeah, hypocrite, man. But let's keep going. Can nothing more be done to lessen the threat? Why is it so difficult to counter the terrorism threat? Because it's not a terror threat. First of all, it's the prophecy coming to light, and it's the will of YAHAWAHSHI. You can't stop something that's through the spirit, man. You can't. What the Lord has a decree for something, it's gonna happen, man. You can't stop it. He said, why is it so difficult to counter it? Because one, you're not spiritual, man. This is a song, man. You gotta have rhythm to get to. You gotta be able to groove to it, man. And Esau, you got no rhythm, man. You're never gonna learn this. So you're never gonna be able to counter it, because everything spiritual you can't deal with, because you're carnal as fuck. And that's why it's making you bug out of your fucking mind, man. Because you can't handle things that aren't carnal. So let's keep going. We have big changes over the last 20. We have big changes over the last 20 years with the growth in information moving across the world. Exactly, the unicorn, man. The internet is a fantastic thing, and internet companies do really good jobs, and we all love the internet. But also, it is a perfect tool for the terrorists not not only turn people into terrorists in their own countries, but also to communicate between terrorist organizations. So, boom, right there. Let me break that down a little bit if you didn't understand. But he said it's a perfect tool. So basically, what they're going to do is they're going to take away, the internet or whatever real soon. You see what I'm saying? The unicorn. And that's going to cause the famine of the word, because he's trying to use that as an excuse for, as they've been doing for a while. But it's finally about to start happening, man. Where they're going to say, hey, they're using the internet to make everybody hate each other, like, come on, dislike each other and try to cause division. And that's what the terrorists want. It's basically becoming a perfect setup and alignment for what Esau wants to do, to usher in his new world order and bullshit and demonize the men of the Lord. But let's read down, because if I don't know if you missed that, but it says not only to turn Hebrews into terrorists in their own countries, but also to communicate between terrorist organizations. So like you see like General Yohana, HOC, ISCPK, IUIC, I'm not speaking on any particular group per se, but they all like to congregate together, you know what I'm saying? The Avengers, they all congregate together, you see what I'm saying? That's what they're going to be looking for as a marker in these organizations. Where guess what, GMS doesn't do that, man. We don't congregate with anybody else that's not in its truth, man. And we don't come together just because we all wear fringes and try to figure it out on our side, because guess what? The Most High is the conductor, and He's the one that's figuring it out, man. We don't take the power from the Most High, man. He's the one that's organizing this, man, not any man. Okay, so let's keep going. Therefore, making a problem that's happening on one side of the world immediately happening on the other side of the world. Yeah, because it's spreading throughout the 4 corners of the earth like wildfire, man. Like those fires in California, which are prophecy, you know. The Most High has it where this truth is just gonna, it's just like, it's fucking wildfire, man. I'm pretty sure you got, it said he said it's in different parts of Asia and all types of shit like that. This is something that is not going to go away. I am afraid. Yeah, you should be afraid, man. You should be very afraid, because it's not going to go away. And it's basically the signification of your fucking impending doom, man. And you know that. You know, your spirit, whether you know it or not, you knows. And I'm pretty sure you do, because you've been doing the research, you know, trying to pick out who you want to choose to be demonized, you know. Got all of our records and shit like that. We don't care, man. We're ready to get put to death, man. This is hell, man. We're ready to get the fuck up out of here. But it says, I am afraid. It's something that will not go away. I am afraid. He didn't say this might be something. This is something. He said this is something that is not going to go away. I am afraid. It's right. It's not going to go away, man. It's not until all the elect are sealed, and then there comes the destruction of this place. Because all the more of us that are being sealed, the more this place is getting fucked up, man. And you can't stop it. It said, I'll keep going. It says, would you anticipate that there would be more laws on surveilling the internet and gaining access to personal information? And they're pressing that, and it's going to come soon. Okay? Because here's where they count as hate crime, because right here they have NFSE, you see what I'm saying? And these Confederate flag, I don't even know what the fuck that is. But yeah, you know, those flag wavers, you know, the crackers and shit like that, you know. Now they finally want to start talking about it, because they see us and they see that what we're saying is actually coming to pass, and it's scaring the shit out of them, man. That's really what it's about. It says, it is always a balance between what we are allowed to do and also in order to keep us safe. We have to remember that this is a world problem. It's not a UK problem. Yeah, it is a world problem, because the Most High, he's the one orchestrating this, man. And if he wants it to be spread throughout the 4 corners of the world, of the earth, you know, it's going to be spread throughout the 4 corners of the world and earth, man. But you could say exactly the same thing. It's pretty much every other country is thing in pretty much every other country in the world, including Southeast Asia. You know what I'm saying? We're there, okay? That has gotten exactly the same problem. It is a real struggle for us to keep the terrorist problem down. Unfortunately, we are going to see bigger attacks. I could almost guarantee you that we will see bigger attacks with far more people getting killed. Yeah, because everything we prophesied is coming to pass, man. We're not going to lift the hands, man. We're going to tell you that, hey, you know, the Most High said these things are going to happen. It's not going to be by our hands, because we're just the messengers, man. We're not allowed to, like, go out here and start, you know, laying hands on people, man. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be sending a message and then putting that fear in people and waking up when we got to wake up, man. We're just fishermen, man. We're just fishermen. And you guys can't handle that, man. It's all through the spirit. It says, I can almost guarantee you we'll see bigger attacks and more people getting killed. Exactly, because as we keep prophesying more and more, it's going to keep coming to pass, man, until this fucking place goes down. Okay, there's no stopping it, man. It's not going to be by our hands. It's going to be by the hands of everybody, of all the other nations, you know, of your enemies. We already said it's going to be war, okay? What does North Korea nuking you have to do with us, man? What is your shitty trade deals going south and your dollar depreciating have to do with us, man? What is the fact that you raped, robbed, pillaged, and murdered the world have to do with what we're saying? I mean, it does have to do with what we're saying, but it does have to do with our actions and us going out there on the 4 corners of the earth and telling what basically is going to come to naught. You see what I'm saying? Because what we say, true, does manifest, but it's all through the spirit. It's something that you don't even believe in, so you can't even say that, you know, what we're saying is causing the manifestation of these things, even though technically it is, okay? But we're not orchestrating it. It's the Most High doing it, okay? Whether you want to believe it or not. And of course, when that happens, then there is a public clamor to close down and tighten down on people we believe are likely to commit them in the future. See what I'm saying? Those people that they believe are likely to commit them in the future, because they say likely to commit them in the future because we aren't doing it now. See what I'm saying? But we're likely to commit it in the future. Okay? They're talking about us, the real men of the Lord. Okay? And they're already setting them up. They got these fucking guinea pig camps like YAHAWAH shooting guns, shit like that. You know, all these other fucking camps, you see what I'm saying, they have set up, and whatever coon ass niggas that they'll pay that don't know a damn thing, you know, will fucking just set up their own people, man. Taking that Judas purse, you know, it's all prophecy, it's all scriptural, man. Because they're gonna cast some of us in prison, you know. They're gonna some of us are gonna die, you know. It's just it is what it is, man. The sooner we die, the sooner we get out of this hell. Because you have to remember that you're in hell, man. Like really, in a place like this is where you get judged. So you deserve a lot more, a lot worse than what you actually receive, man. Because we, as a nation, we way the fuck off, man. And obviously, we're already dying slowly here. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what life really feels like, okay? Because every day that you live here, okay, you're dying slowly, man. Whether it be through GMOs, through the air, through the water, everything's poison. Your back hurting, feet hurting, you're slowly dying, man. So you're already dead, man. You don't even know what life feels like. So when it comes to getting your head chopped off, or however the fuck your Lord takes you, says you're gonna get taken out, you know what I'm saying? You just take it, man. Because at the end of the day, after that short pain, rather it might not even be painful, because the Lord might just take it away, you see what I'm saying? It's gonna be everlasting life, man. So you should be really looking forward to getting the fuck up out of here, however necessary, man. However the Lord deems righteous and necessary, you see what I'm saying? But those we like the men of the Lord don't have to worry about, for the most part, getting tortured and shit like that. That's for those wicked ass niggas that went off and shit like that, you see what I'm saying? But let's keep going. It says the likely to commit in the future. So we're talking about us, man. I said another worrying statistic shows that hate crime spikes in the UK following the terror attacks. What can be done to counter that? Nothing's gonna counter it, man. It's gonna keep happening. It's gonna be worse and worse, as well as these physical disasters. You know what I'm saying? These natural disasters, and as well as the stirring up of other nations that are gonna be coming up against the UK and NATO and shit like that. And it's gonna be all out nuclear war, man. And we're not the ones investing in the missiles. We're not the ones building your missiles and shit like that. We're just the messengers, man. It's the blood is all on your hands, man. So I'm gonna read this last little bit. It says it is a spiral, and let's not forget the whole point of terrorism is to turn one community against another, and that's what they're saying we're gonna do. Because we already said it's gonna be nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's something that we're supposed to prophesy. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about us. That is how they get people to be terrorists effectively, because no one is happy, of course. It is a society. I mean, of course nobody is happy. Esau's war in this world, man. The fucking wicked. The devil's war in this world, man. It is a very difficult thing to do, to think that a certain group of people is trying to kill us and that turns them into the enemy. I mean, what do you mean it's difficult to think of? You bombing them every day, man. I'm going to show you the hypocrisy of this by scrolling down just a little bit. Watch. Oh, man, let me just finish this up, and I'm going to get you some hypocrisy real quick. And what we've got to do as community around the world, as communities around the world, is deal with that and make sure that we do arm what the fuck? He keeps saying do arm non-radical people from Islam or Christians. See, right there, Islam or Christians, because they're gonna clump us in with religious, radical religious. You see what I'm saying? But they did another typo, because they said do arm instead of don't arm. They meant to say don't arm, but yeah, whatever. Radical people from Islam or Christians or whatever it is, to make sure that they get the stronger voice. Like what the fuck? This dude can't type for shit. But it says the voice that means the radicalized people don't get to speak for community. So that's really what they meant to say the first time, but they kind of fucked it all up. But yeah, they're gonna clump us in with Islam and Christians. You know what I'm saying? And call us radical, man. Just like they do everybody else, you know what I'm saying? That they don't like the agenda of. It is really important here. We do the right thing to make sure we don't we don't turn people into terrorists. And that's basically what they're going to do. We're going to be having a stand before the council and shit like that, you know? And after they see this with that spiritual power, it's going to just wax even worse, man. We're going to have our own people turn on us, you know? Somebody in your own household might turn on you, give you over to Esau, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to get worse and worse. But look at the hypocrisy right here. It says that we're terrorists, right? But right here it says Russian airstrikes killed 2,000 plus ISIS al-Nusra terrorists in Syria and 11-day military, man. Like, come on, man. I mean, they're the ones bombing people, but we're the terrorists because we have a Bible. And we're talking about the things that and everything we're saying is coming to pass. And it's magic to them because they don't understand anything spiritual. You see what I'm saying? Man, Esau's a fucking retard. Well, I'll get some scripture and probably close that out. See what we got here. Let me make sure. Sorry, so loud. I don't want this whereas music playing. I don't know how the fuck that happened. But anyway, I'm gonna just read the scripture and close it out. See what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. It says, strive for the truth unto death. Oh, that's not even what I was looking for, but I want that anyway. This is Ecclesiasticus 4, or Sirach, chapter 4 and 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. See what I'm saying? Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds, slack and remiss. See what I'm saying? So basically, going back to think not the words you speak, you know, when he puts you before these people, because he's going to put the words in your mouth, you see what I'm saying? He says, strive for the truth unto death, because you might die in this thing, you see what I'm saying? The Lord shall fight for thee. The Lord willing, you don't have to die, but some men actually prefer death over, you know, having to live through that anticipation and the fear of seeing a missile coming down and just being like, you know, translated or redeemed before that shit hit the soil. You see what I'm saying? Some men rather prefer that short death and a front seat on the chariot. So, hey, it's not just that some brothers, it's just that they're lying. You know, some brothers actually prefer it. You see what I'm saying? What's this we got here? That's a good one, but that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, I know what I need. It's a lot. So, let's see. Here, I'm gonna get Matthew 10 and 27, and I'm gonna just type in one. It says, "What I tell you in darkness, that ye speak in light, and what ye hear in ears, that ye preach upon the housetops." You know, fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. Which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. See what I'm saying? So, man, you don't worry about whatever Esau is gonna have, you know, you doing, or when he persecutes you, because we're already going through it, man. We're already in that fire, you know. Let's see. I remember where the scripture is at. It says, here we go right here, Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Yeah, exactly. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. See what I'm saying? So rather you die, you see what I'm saying? Even if you die, you know, there's a good chance that you know, if whatever you go through, the Lord probably take away that pain. But that's not really what I was going to elaborate on. But it says, basically, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. You know what I'm saying? So don't fear anything, because it's all the Most High's play. It's all His story. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then when you get tried, and don't think about the things you're gonna say. You know, just take it. You know, and hopefully, you know, the Lord gets you out of that soon. You know, we get to pluck up out of here. That's all I would be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really like this place anyway. So yeah, with that, you know, that's pretty much it on that. I'm gonna say shalom, you know, double honor to the Apostle Elder Great Millstone, you know what I'm saying? Say, you know, Shalom, YAHAWAH, YAHAWAHSHI to the, um, you know, elect out there that's pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, you know. All praise, glory, and honor going to YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI, of course. Yahweh be the name of the Heavenly Father, the true and holy and powerful name, you know what I'm saying? YAHAWAHSHI be the name of His only begotten Son, the true, holy, and powerful mighty name of His only begotten Son. See what I'm saying? You got to believe upon those names. You're trying to get the fuck up out of here, okay? So it's really important. And yeah, you know, with that, you know, Shalom.